Playing with a professional guitarist at one of the hostels in over by like the Blue Mountains and stuff. That's probably one of like the really big ones. And then also one of the surf instructors gave me a card and told me that he'll see me again in a year, which I was pretty excited when I got that. No, there was at the hostel, there was a guitar sitting there, and I grabbed it because it looked like the one that was behind the desk, and then I set it back down thinking, oh, it might be somebody's, and then the guy said, oh no, it's from behind the desk, you can use it. So I started like playing, and then the night security or whatever asked me if I wanted to jam with somebody. I said sure, and he took me into like the little room where there's all like the books and stuff, and there's this older gentleman sitting there, and he's just on his laptop with a guitar case sitting behind him, and closes the laptop, looks at me and says, okay, let's jam. Puts down his laptop, pulls out his guitar, and the guy's probably about 60 years old, and you tell him any song and he'll just start playing it. It was just insane. Like a guy who's like 60 years old and you tell him to play like Uptown Funk and he'll just start playing it. It was insane. Any song. And I also bought a ukulele while I was down there, and I had that with me too. And gave him the ukulele, and he started playing the ukulele. And the scary thing is too is just that guitar and stuff isn't like his main instrument, it's piano. So that was just pretty cool, and like I was probably in there playing with him for probably around like 4 hours. It's gonna influence me a lot. That honestly influenced me a lot more in music, because like I didn't play too much when I was in there. I was mainly just listening to him, and he was giving me all this advice and stuff about like what I want to do in the future and stuff, and I was mind blown after I left that room. One of the girls on the trip, Taylor, that's all she was waiting for was the surf camp, and we got there. She was so excited, and I was just in one of those bad moods the first day there, and I hate this, I don't want to be here. We actually got surfing, and I got a hang of it really fast. And actually, the very first day, my surf instructor Ross actually took me out to like the big green waves the first day, and it was just insane. So it was pretty cool because even like the surf instructors, they not too sure if like they liked me or not, but they definitely knew that I was picking up on it quite a bit faster than some people, and I loved it. I just fell in love with it, and right after we were surfing, I was so pumped. I was like jumping, I was bouncing around, I was bouncing off the walls, and like Taylor and Sarah, they just kind of like look at me like, yeah, and you hate it, huh? Well, just like my sister actually. My sister wants to come on the trip too, and what I told her is, if you're into stuff that is just out there kind of thing, like putting yourself out there, like my sister and I are both actors, and I always tell her like, just go for it. Don't stop and just sit there. If you feel like you might like it, do it. It's just one of those things that you just have to grab before it just slips away kind of thing.